I messaged Ambrose this afternoon talking about, and this is a topic that about we talk about maligned figures in history all the time, in these circles,
Hmm.
like and
Hmm.
like Robert E. Lee and like all these other like really kick-ass people that are like, oh no, they're
Hmm.
like super bad guys now. Well, one that is often forgotten is Cal Hockley, Caledon
For,
Hockley from
forgotten by history. Yeah.
from the Titanic, the movie The Titanic, a hero,
A hero. Like I was going to say, yes, absolutely.
a giant among men.
Yeah.
Now, he was a real person or just a movie character?
He was real.
He's
We'll go
real.
with that.
He was
Yeah,
real.
he was real.
Yeah, he was a real guy.
Um, he saved a lot of people's lives, and this is something that kind of escapes the whole legend of the Titanic.
Well, we can
Is
just
the heroes from that day?
Well, I mean, there were a number of heroes on the boat. We can start, though, from the beginning, where we first meet, the protagonist of the Titanic. Whenever he's, getting out, they're about to board the ship, right? And you know that he paid for the tickets for all these motherfuckers to get on the boat. Because you
Yeah.
find out in the movie from the whore, Rose, that slut, her mom was like, because Rose was like, showing that she had cold feet. And acting like she might not want to get married to Rich Cow, fucking who's played by Billy Zane.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all she has to offer is her tang. You know what I mean?
That's it. And I don't
That's
even
it. That's all she has.
and I don't even know if like she was like giving it up at that point in time because
Mm.
that time period and whatnot. And I think it's alluded to that it was like that the steerage tramp that she hooks up with, that he was the first or something like that. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. But she has nothing to offer. And so she gets on this fucking boat and poor like this fucking rich whore is acting like she's got it so bad, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I feel so trapped. She's crying and whatnot at the edge of the boat, acting like she's gonna jump off. Give me a fucking
She's going to
break.
kill herself for being taken on the biggest cruise liner in history.
Up to that point, right?
And she's sleeping in the most luxury room with like a trillionaire, right?
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, a multi-millionaire. I'm going to get married to a multi-millionaire. I'm going to live the life of luxury. It's so tough being a fucking redheaded slut.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, and I should say that one of us here hasn't seen the movie.
Yeah, I have not seen the movie.
So he doesn't know the hero. You know Billy Zane though, right?
No, who's that?
He was in Bordello of Blood.
He's a very
Never
handsome
even
actor.
heard of that. Okay, he's an actor. So I guess he plays Cal.
Yes, he does. So yeah, here's the deal. So as Ambrose and I were saying, she wants to kill herself because her life is so fucking hard, right? She's ready to die.
Yeah.
And she goes
'Cause
out.
she's been working in the coal mine. She has a really hard life,
Yeah, that's right, Ambrose. She only gets to come up to that room after she gets done working a fucking 14-hour shift in the boiler room of the Titanic.
Correct.
Yeah. Like that skin's not that fair all the time. It's often like
Right.
covered in soot and stuff, and
But yes.
that's a lie. She doesn't do fucking anything. And so here's the deal. This bitch goes out and she gets on to crawls over the railing, right? And she's like crying out in the thing, and then the steerage tramp, Jack, the guy who won his tickets to get on the Titanic in a game of poker.
Beta male.
Yeah, he is very, very beta in the movie.
Sneaky beta male. Yeah.
So this fucking guy, he's like, no, you don't want to do it. You're not going to kill yourself. And he's right. But he sees this, Jack, the protagonist of the movie, sees a vulnerable woman hanging off the back of a boat and thinks that he's going to come up, save the day, and slide in for like an easy, like one night
I was about to say, what he's really thinking, he's like, oh, this is some easy pussy right here.
Yeah. He's like, I bet you
Yeah.
if I can get this skank, this whore, he's like, I can smell this slut from bow to stern.
She just wants some attention.
Yeah. So
From
he goes,
from bow to stern.
so
this nautical pussy.
well, wait, what's the left side of the boat? The starboard and wait, that's not the left, is it? Starboard and
Starboard is the right side.
starboard is the right. What is the left? The
Uh,
port.
Port. Yeah.
Hard to port. 'Cause fucking. Yeah, oh man. But wait, where were we? So this slut, she's gonna jump into the water, and then Jack's like,
and Leo runs up. He's like, "I'm about to dock in this bitch." Yeah. about to pull up in this harbor.
I'm about to pull up in this harbor. That's great.
Drop an anchor real hard.
Yeah. About to dock in this bay, Otis Redding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
he starts whistling. He does the whistle. Yeah.
Oh no. But yeah, eventually he pulls her back over, and then everyone comes down thinking they're gonna save the day. Well,
Leo just comes walking up. Left my home in Georgia.
Yeah, and then so they're gonna like put this guy in jail, and then the woman who is, I mean, very 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 loose with her morals, shall we say, she decides to lie too. Can you imagine that?
Very loose with her pussy. Her pussy was as wide as the Titanic. Some people say.
She was real into like communal property, and that like included herself.
Oh God.
Yes, she's a pioneer of. I mean, this was what, 6 years before the Russian Revolution.
Yeah,
she was leaving,
and she's straight up like she's acting like it's the 1960s. This is the summer of love on the Titanic for her.
Yeah, scamp. He tries to be really reasonable with this motherfucker, right? So he likes oh, give the guy $20 for saving my whiny girlfriend for trying to jump off the back of the boat. I think a 20 will do. And then she's like, that's all I'm worth to you. Like she's acting like a bitch. Like she was just going to commit suicide because.
First of all, it's like the early 20th century. $20 is it's like $1,000.
Yeah, how about it? I mean, shit. Yeah. They were talking on. I heard on, I think FTN. They were talking about the price of a Model T Ford was like $500.
Boom! The guy's driving soon. $20.
Yeah, you're on your way there. That's what if it was
new set of rims for your Model T, dude.
It's what, like 1/16 of the way there? Come on, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
anyway, no, he goes to the end. He's super nice to the guy, and then the guy starts fucking his fiance, and he's just like, "Hey, cut it out." You know what I mean?
He doesn't start fucking his fiance right away. This I don't know. Here's the one thing I don't understand. Why is this fucking steerage rat hanging out in the first class deck so much? Why didn't that draw any attention? And
yeah, he's some non-white Irishman hanging out in the fancy part of town,
No, he wasn't an Irishman.
Oh, I thought he was.
No,
he's associated with Irishmen, so.
I think he's actually as far away from being associated with Irishmen as you could be. He was from Wisconsin.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, even worse. Fucking middle America scum.
Oh, don't get Ambrose started on Pisco.
Pisco.
What's Pisco?
Pisconsin.
Oh, Pisconsin.
There's a strong rivalry there. It goes back very deep.
Larry doesn't even know that lore.
No, because Larry he's not in the chat.
Yeah. Of course I'm not. Typical. But let's get back to the story at hand. I don't want to hear another story about how I'm excluded from everything.
Shut up, Larry. Big baby.
Yeah. just whining all over the world, sulking.
You guys never let me in on the good chats.
Yeah, I'm never allowed to. Oh, you got all the chats that I'm in are fake chats that you guys prop up to make me think that.
They're just gaslighting Larry that there's a whole bunch of good chats he's in, but all of them suck.
They're all just cloned to include Larry. All right, Larry's in this one. Everyone suck his dick.
Make him feel like he's included.
No, I look at the chat app and all the messages. There's thousands of them, with the exception of 2. Because you know what? I've transcended these groups, and I don't give a shit about any of you people.
There are a few chats that I keep up with anymore. I used to be all over everything, and then everyone just hated me, so I went away.
Real quick, speaking of hated people, so back to the story at hand. So we fast forward, and the boat hits a big fucking iceberg. The guy has his diamond stolen from him by the steerage tramp. This is the rat from steerage, Jack Dawson. He says that they planted it on him. I think that's debatable. I mean, yeah, they.
To what
No
end?
one saw it. No one saw that happen.
There was no shot in the movie that showed Lovejoy's hand putting it in the pocket. That could have been Jack's hand. You didn't see Jack's hand in the picture, so.
True.
So somebody did steal it, right? It wasn't just misplaced.
Yeah, Jack stole it. Jack stole the diamond, the heart of the ocean in the Titanic. He stole
And
it.
he thought he would get away with it.
He thought he could get away with it, but Cal was too smart for him.
Mm.
Yeah. And remember, they also proved that he stole the jacket that he was carrying the stolen diamond around in.
Mm.
Yeah, he's
Repeat felon.
yeah, and then here was his excuse to the whore, Rose. He was like, Rose, I was just borrowing it. I was going to give it back.
Sounds like something a would say.
Yeah. Where have I heard this before?
It's like a bait jacket, and like, oh man, I was just moving this jacket out of the way. It was just in my way, yo.
That's it, dude.
My friend gave it to me.
Well put. It was a bait jacket, and Jack took the bait, and he also took the heart of the ocean diamond. So what happens then is, then he gets put in prison and whatnot in the boat, and they then Cal, being honorable, didn't want to go down there and rough the guy up himself. He had Lovejoy go down and do it. But then what else? What happened here? Okay, so the boat's sinking. Cal can't get on the boat. He can't find that whore of a woman of his. So then he sees this girl screaming behind this.
All alone. This little girl. She's like 5 years old.
Her parents must have left her. Because
Cal didn't leave her.
They didn't care.
Cal didn't leave her.
No, and then the scene after Cal sees that girl, it closes up on his face, and the look of concern, and it was just, it was touching. Honestly, that was the one point in the movie where I was like, I might actually tear up from this.
So wait, you're telling me they wrote a movie where these parents, random parents on this boat, abandoned their 5-year-old?
Yeah, and
Cal saves her.
And trillionaire Chad Winner Caledon Hockley picks her up, and he's like, you know what? I hereby adopt this child. And he goes up to the fucking, because they're not letting men onto the boats. They're only letting women and children on. He goes up to the officer there, and he's like, hey.
He says, hey, I have this girl here. And they say, get on the boat. And he's like, me too. And he's like, yeah, you too, I guess, since you're with that daughter. Make sure that you take care of that little girl.
No, what he said was, listen, you got to let me on. I'm all she has. Which is true. He had just adopted her.
True.
By picking her up because her parents left her.
No lie. No lie detected.
Yeah, they left her to get on a boat to get out of there, to hightail it out of there. Very dishonorable. So then that happens. Then they're trying to get off the boat, but they can't get I think they were calling them cut the falls or the fells or something like that. The things that are like the ropes that are holding the lifeboats up.
The pulleys.
The pulleys. Cut those. Well, they're having trouble getting these off, so by the time they get that boat that he's on off, that portion of the ship is already sunk. So then he's there trying to coordinate, to make sure that people don't capsize this ship. He's having to get some of these people off the boat and stuff, and he's like, "No, you'll capsize us." Do you remember that scene? Right before one of the big smokestacks falls down and kills the non-white Italian guy. So, no
major loss there. But yeah, he was in his math, in his head, he did the math. You know what I mean? If we pile more people onto this life preserver, you're sacrificing everyone already on there. Whereas if we just get lowered down, at least these people will be safe, right?
Yeah, and the thing that people often will bring up, they'll say, well, when he was kicking those people out of the boat, he was the only one on the ship, on the lifeboat at that time. But the thing is that people don't understand is he was trying to stabilize the boat before he could save all of the other people around.
Right.
It was just like that famous quote from Pentil and Cola, about lifeboat morality.
Tell us about it.
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Yes, those who actually love life when faced on the lifeboat will be the first to grab the axe and start chopping off hands that clutch onto the boat after it's reached capacity.
Yeah,
It's a hard decision, but it's necessary for the preservation of life.
So Larry, like there was like we're all on the Titanic, right? And it's sinking, right, Larry?
Yeah, we're there. We're on the Titanic.
And all three of us, and me and Nikkei are trapped. So wreckage, you know, as the ship's falling apart, it's sinking. Me and Nikkei are both trapped, right? And it would take it would take equal time to save either one of us, but you can only save me or Nikkei. You don't have time to save both of us and get us onto the life raft. You know, if you try to save both of us, all three of us will die. So you can only save one of us at a time. Who would you save, Larry?
That's a tough one.
You know, which one of us do you consider real friends?
I didn't say that, Larry. I'm just saying, you know, just ambiguously. It's the times we're sinking. The ship is sinking, right, Larry? You don't have time to think about it.
The trolley problem.
You're just instincts. Just go. Just say a name. Just go right now. Who is it?
My instincts. I'm such a good person, and you know, man of the people, and like a great friend, like the best person you could ever know. My instincts, without a second thought, I would try to save you both, and we would all
jump out of the boat himself.
We'd all perish.
Yeah. Larry says, you take us all down.
Larry just says, "Good luck," and then jumps on those lifeboat.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll live extra hard.
I'll live for you,
dude.
As we're drowning.
Larry would be like, "I was predestined for this."
Bob Smith says, "Save Nikkei, less chance of him sinking the raft."
Oh, that's mean.
Dude.
Hey, I'm very buoyant. I'm very buoyant. Thank you.
Yeah, I would.
No, don't say that. That means you could just float in your back. It's not doing.
Then Roof Zippa comes on. Come on, Larry, save Ambrose or save the Turk.
I haven't heard that one before.
Hey, DK, that reminds me.
It reminds me of the most obvious joke. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Hold on. Well,
no, Ambrose was. I think Ambrose was people were sending questions for Ambrose in his chat, the secret chat. Mm-hmm. Whenever I posted on Telegram that we were all doing the show. And they just all assumed this was an episode of Les.
Well, let's see if I can get back to it. Oh, man.
But yeah, so wait, did we finish up with Cal being the hero?
No, go ahead.
I don't remember if we did or not.
I found out that this actor is actually Greek, Billy Zane.
Oh, but that's another thing I wanted to say too. Ambrose, I wouldn't need to save you in that hypothetical situation because you are so buoyant. Nikkei's the only one that can't swim.
That's true. I'm just insulated and buoyant. I would just be like, "What's up, guys?"
Definitely learned how to swim.
I'm just like a walrus. I'm just insulated, just floating along next to the life raft in the water.
Why didn't these
guys? Hey.
Yeah. You want to hear something? Like, here's a question that has boggled historians for like the last 100 years since the Titanic. Is all these people that died in the ocean, like, why didn't they just swim? You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say, like, why didn't they just get on the iceberg?
Yeah. Well, they had drifted past the iceberg.
Shit.
I have a few questions for Nikkei. Okay, I'm not asking these.
Yeah, here we go.
To be clear, I'm not asking these. Okay. This is from the audience. Okay.
From the audience, yes.
And to be clear, I don't know what he's about to ask you.
Oh, I don't know either, but I could have some choice guesses.
Okay. Tam asks, which part of Turkey are you from?
I'm part of the I like the wing. That's where I'm from, the wing.
The Turkey wing? That's where you're from?
Yes.
Is that like
It's the archipelago.
Yeah.
What's that little fucking island? What's it called in the Mediterranean?
Crete.
No.
There's a lot of them, dude.
Where Turkey has part of it is occupied.
Oh, Cyprus.
Yeah, Cyprus. So he's from Cyprus. The Turkish occupied Cyprus is his answer. This is also from Tim.
Wait, hold on. Who occupies the other half then?
Greece.
Cyprus. No, it's not Greece. It's a different country.
Wait,
formerly Greek, but yeah.
So Cyprus doesn't even have control of its own shit.
Half of the island is controlled by Turkey, and the other is independent.
You know what?
It's not half. It's not half, but yeah.
Do you know what the Cyprians probably think?
Man, get these fucking Nikes out of here.
No, they're probably thinking, these are a bunch of jive turkeys that live here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Turkey ass.
Got these the motherfucking jive Turks on the island here.
Jive Turks.
Okay. Sam also wants to know. He says, "Have you considered hosting your own podcast?"
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm always on somebody else's show.
You really are, though. You never release your own podcast. I don't know.
Mr. Thomas asks, "Why do you hate Armenians?"
Oh, I don't.
Easy.
And
answers.
I guess, yeah. That's the
Is he implying that I'm Turkish? That's why I hate them.
I actually didn't get that. So.
I think that's what he's implying, but I don't hate Armenians.
I think this question is actually for Larry. Who would win in a fight? Or I guess this could be for either of you. Who would win in a fight, Nike or Rollo Tonazzi?
I've never seen Rollo, but I'm going to say I'll win.
I haven't seen Rollo either, ever.
Just pick one based on how you know them without ever seeing them.
I know Nike, so I'll say Nike.
Okay. So then another fella named Roof says, who would win in a fight, Nike or his vocal doppelganger, the DSA wheelchair T?
What? Is that Stryker?
No, that's like, have you seen like, I forget what, but they like spoke in court or like at a city hall or something. And it like rolls up. It's like this black person. And it's like, how dare you? How dare you? Is that thing?
I think I would easily win in a fight to something like that.
Yeah, I think Nike could beat up a cripple. I've seen him do it.
Okay.
I've not beaten up a crippled person, but
He
says that for legal reasons, but I'm kidding.
And the last question. Last question by the same poster, Mr. Thomas. Nika, do you prefer feet or armpits?
Let's go. I'll go feet.
Feet? You're a feet guy?
Yeah, over armpits.
You have a feet fetish? Would you say that?
I wouldn't say I fetishize them. I would just prefer them over armpit if I had to.
If you were to have a fetish between feet and armpits, you would say that you have a feet fetish.
If I had to, yeah.
Okay, clear. Okay, that's it. That's the only questions I've gotten so far.
Nike's basically saying, gun to his head, would he admit that he had a foot fetish?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
He said yes.
The very uncharitable reframing of this question.
It's like not at all what you said.
No.
Well, we're going to be accused of like rewriting the Titanic tonight, but
let the record show.
In my version of the Titanic, Rose would have died. She would have shot herself, not Cal. Cal shoots himself after the Great Depression.
Does he lose a lot of money?
Yeah,
he lost his monopoly on the railroad.
Wait, they don't give him like a traditional railroad baron name, and they make him the monopolist.
No, he actually lives at the end. He's like walking around.
Yeah, he comes
on
down
the boat that saves people.
Yeah, Ambrose, he saved everyone on that ship, and then he gets on there, and he's like, have any of you guys seen my fucking slut fiance? I'm about to whoop her ass.
Yeah, and she hides from him. Yeah,
because she was scared of the wrath to come.
I'm about the fucking soccer, dude. Right in the fucking eye.
Well, he did slap her in the one scene because she was, what was she doing? That was after she was like hanging around
being
down.
A whore?
Yeah, hanging around down in the steerage with all the non-white Irish people.
Ugh.
They were drinking Guinness.
There's probably some Greeks down there too.
Probably some Greeks down there.
No, I already told you your protagonist here is an ethnic Greek, Billy Zane.
Yeah.
His last name is actually shortened from Zanetakos.
Yeah, whatever. He's probably from like the historical Greeks, like the real Greeks, real Greek people.
A direct descendant of motherfucking like Themistocles
Alexander.
or something.
Yeah, Alexander the
Themistocles.
Alexander the Great.
Alexander.
There we go. Yeah, this is like Alexander the Great's great grandson, Caledon Hockley.
Yeah, Alexander.
5 generations over the course of 4,000 years. We've
They just lived a long time.
Well, I mean, Chad AF, right? Well, I can't believe it, but I'm pretty sure that we just wasted like almost 40 minutes doing this, and we haven't talked about any of the other content that we've done minimal preparation for.